What up, Raffalitas? Welcome back to my channel. We're back at Liliendaal. We're looking at pump stations. This is a pump station at the seawall, Liliendaal. The guys are preparing to go out when they fisher their boats to catch fish. And over here, this is an electric pump. In fact, two electric pumps. One of them is operational right now. The one that's pumping water over the seawall. Right, so this is an electric pump. This is a pump station. That is the building in which the electric circuits are housed, and these two vertical towers are actually electric motors. One of them working right now. You can see the water coming out of the canal under the bridge, from under that bridge. Well, what are we talking about today? These pumps, right? These pump stations are required to be built along the coast because the coast is below sea level. And so the government has been giving contractors contracts to build these pump stations. So somebody received a contract to build a new pump station here at Liliendaal, and this is what they came up with. Just wanting to see what's happening. This is the seawall on which I run every morning. It takes me all the way to Ogle. So when I bring you videos from Ogle Airport, I usually run along the seawall. It takes me all the way to Ogle. But what's happening here is that the builder of this new pump station has decided to ignore precedent, because the precedent says that the pump station, you see that pump station, is run under the seawall and pumps water through some gates that I just showed you. However, this new pump station is being built differently. As you can see here, this new pump station is being built differently. So this huge pipe is going to connect to a reservoir that drains water out of the canal. And what they did here is they destroyed the seawall, this section of the seawall, to build the pump. The question I have is, who approved this design? Which engineer was employed to design this pump station? Why is it that the previous pump station that was built here, right at Liliendaal, that one, why is it that that pump station was able to go under the seawall, but this new pump station is disrupting the wall? In other words, the seawall has a function, and the function of the wall is to defend the coast against the rising sea level. But some brilliant Guyanese contractor decided that, let's not bother the seawall. Let's just destroy this part of the wall to insert a pump station. This is unacceptable. And this is what the government is paying millions of dollars. Like I said, the typical price of a pump station is about 350 million Guyana dollars. So these two would be about 700 million. And I'm guessing that somebody got $1 billion Guyana dollars to build this pump station. That is my guess based on what has been happening recently. Remember, I said Critic got a contract for $865 million to build a pump station. This is not the pump station that Critic built or is building, but this is what is happening in Guyana. This is a pump station being built by a contractor that disrupts the seawall. and therefore weakens the defenses, the sea defenses, in the name of water pumps. As you can see, that is the other side of the road. So clearly they're going to run this pump station, this pump reservoir under the road, and then eventually hook it up to pump the water over the seawall. This I consider to be very bad engineering, and when you see me calling for standards and decrying the mediocrity, the way the money is being spent, government of Guyana is spending $1 billion on this kind of work this year. $1 billion from our sovereign wealth fund. That is what is being withdrawn from the sovereign wealth fund, and this is what they're doing with it. Is there no better way to build a pump station? Couldn't they have built it exactly like the one nearby, exactly like the one that's less than 50 feet away, maybe 25 feet away? But that's what's happening here. This is Liliendal on the boundary with Pattinson. As you can see in the distance, that is the Pasha Global 5-star Hotel and Resort. The last time I gave you an update on that was about a month ago, I believe. They've made some progress on it, but as you can see, the cranes are still very high above the roof of the current roof of the building, which means that, to me, they're probably going to have to go up another probably 3 or 4 floors. So it seems as if they've completed, or they're working on the 3rd floor. Right, last time we were here, they had started working on the 3rd floor. You can go back to that video. When they've made a little bit more progress, I'm going to bring you an update on Pasha Global 5-star Hotel and Resort here at Pattinson and Liliendal. But for today, this is what is happening here at Liliendal. There's a new pump station being built, but I can't say that I approve of the quality of the work. So I don't know what it's going to look like by the time it's completed. I'm going to bring you updates on this new pump station that's being built here, so that what we see if we can still use the seawall when it's completed. I think in the past what they've had to do was to build a bridge over what is now a disruption to the wall. I hope they restore the integrity of the wall, but we have to wait and see what happens. But that's what's happening here, guys. This is what's happening at Liliendal. That is the Atlantic Ocean, the mud flats. Remember I said all of this land at the Atlantic Ocean can be reclaimed. A lot of people still don't understand what that means. It means filling out with sand. In other words, building up sand to the height of maybe 14, 15 feet of sand onto this mud flat to reclaim land on which you can build. You can build hotels, condominiums, even residential communities. That's what's happening here, guys. That's what's happening in this neck of the woods. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening here in the fastest growing economy in the world, Guyana. Later!